Hello everyone, the wait is finally over. JBL Cup Season 3 is here once again. As always, we're starting of course with the qualifiers. 4 events with 16 teams competing in them. The top 8 will find themselves joining Ghost Crabs as well as the 7 other qualified teams in the next season. Here in the Decadome, home stadium of the Ghost Crabs, we're gonna find out who will be crowned a champion. But of course, as per usual, we're starting off in the friendly round. 16 teams will be competing and it's time for us to find out which 8 will be moving on into the main league. We're going to start off with event number 1, the Crab Walk. A rebranding of balancing. As per usual, 4 marbles from each team will go down on the balance beam. The goal is to make it as far as you can. That will make it the farthest overall, with all 4 of their marbles score combined, will win gold. And here the committee will start us off. As you can see, falling off is far more prominent from both sides this time around, with a 99.3 from the committee. Starting us off, Spices. First ones onto the course, and it's looking pretty solid. 3 members making it rather far, but we don't know how the rest of the teams will do. So for the time being, a 12 flat puts the Spices in the lead. But how can the other teams stack up to this? Let's find out. Furious Fireworks get us underway. And it is not quite as good. 2 early falls to the left as well as 2 late ones to the right. You can see a lack of balance, lack of consistency, and an 80.6, putting the Furious Fireworks in second. Zooming Zebras getting us underway, barely making it into the qualifiers, and they would love a good result here to prove that yes, they may have only barely made it, but they will make it back. And so far it's a decent look, 100.4 to put them as the new second place. As Maple Leaves, the team probably most consistent in this league, consistently middle of the pack, but that they will have to do a little bit better this time around. What do they have? A 91.1, and at the moment that's enough for third. Still a lot of teams to go, as Valdivians, also a team high on consistency, but would love to pick here today, but that's not a good look at all. All 4 members falling very, very early. 77.2, and they are last. Last place at the moment for Valdivians is unusual, but still a lot of time to go. Wolves up next, and an interesting strategy there. You can actually see the marble in the back shooting the marble a second to go, just a little bit further forward. It did work out, and that's a 92.2, giving them a few more points. Only time will tell if this will make a difference. As next up, the Lime Axolotls. And down they come, and that is very close to the finish. 3 of them unfortunately fell fairly early, but one making it very, very, very far. And that is an 81.6, carried by the one doing well. Up next, Silver Bullets to finish the first half of teams. What do they have? Oh, that's a very strong look, almost all the way to the end. All 4 of them making it very far. This will probably be the new lead. Let's see, yes it is, 124.2, the Silver Bullets take the lead at the halfway point. Laser Beams up next, barely not making it automatically, but will now have to go for qualifiers, and that's not a good start. 2 out fairly early, barely even to the 10s. How many points do they have? 78.5, barely not last place, but it's not a good look. It's not a good look, ladies and gentlemen. As up next, Team Chagos. A bit shaky at the first half of the Consolation Cup last time, but what do they have now? Overall, pretty solid. Nothing too special, but nothing too bad either. 95 flat, and they are 4th. Consistency is key, and that should be enough for now, at the very least. Up next, the Brightening Knapweed. Also very close to auto qualification, but not quite enough. And that is decent enough. Too early and too late. They will be happy with this result. It's not bad. 96.1. They are now up to 4th. It's a great showing as we go into the last 5 teams now. Gamma Rays up next. What do they have for us? And that's another good one. One early, but the other 3 lasting very, very long. This could be a new top 3, and it is 109.1. And the Gamma Rays are getting into the top 3. But who will be up next? It's the Streaming Serpent. And here they come into the track, almost having a finisher, but not quite. Regardless, that is a great run from the Serpents. And that is 118 flat, and they are up to second now. Pushing the Gamma Rays off the podium as they like. These two bitter rivals will keep on fighting for a while, as Icicle Incredibles also making a deep run, almost getting someone all the way to the end, but not quite. Again, the 50 is not yet collected by anyone. 110.4. They are now in 4th place. 2 teams left. Up next, Team Lemonade. What do they have? Oh, and it's looking good, and they do have a finisher. Team Lemonade sending someone all the way to the end. That's 50 points at the very least. But how many more will they get? 132.8, and Team Lemonade are now in 1st place. As we go to the final team, the Highballers. Can they make a difference? No. No, they cannot. Around the middle of the pack for the Highballers, but nothing too special, and that means with 101.1 and the 7th in the ranking, Team Lemonade will win the Crab Walk event. Silver Bullets will take the silver as per usual, and Streaming Serpents with the bronze. A good start for all of these teams. Of course, you just want to stay in the top 8. It doesn't matter if you win overall, you just want to be in the top 8 at the end, which will put you in the next round. As we are done with event number 1, it's time for us to move on to event number 2. As up next, what do we have for you? It's the Ziplining, another relatively new event, similar to Shot Put from Season 1. It's about striking one of your team members as far as you can. One of them will activate another ball that will push them down onto the course with the zipline, and the goal is to make it as far as you can. The team that goes the farthest will win the gold. First up committee showing us how it goes more or less. As you can see, it depends on where you land in the end, and that is a 16.6 for the committee. A great showing. Thank you always for putting yourselves for the team. Valdivians, last place in the first one, but it's not something we're not used to. And is this a good push? Doesn't seem like it. It seems decent enough for now, and that is a 13.6. Again, currently in first, but we still have 15 teams to go. Laser beams. Up next. New uniforms, would love to show something good with it, but that's not a good look whatsoever. No distance whatsoever here from the laser beams. 11.5. That's not a good look. We're getting farther and farther away from the next season, as Furious Fireworks are next, and that's also not a very good showing. The bottom 3 all struggling quite a lot so far. 10.9, they're even further back, and they are now in last place. Lime Axolotls, can they get some more points on the board? Yes, they can. This will definitely take the lead at the moment, but how far is it? And this is a 16.5, somehow not beating the committee yet, or still, if they competed in the lead. But we still have a lot of teams to go, and the Lime Axolotls have the lead. Maple Leaves, up next. What do they have? Nothing too special, but it's good enough to beat most of the teams that have gone so far. Only time will tell if this is good enough, as 13.8 is currently up to second. Still in a podium position, but still a lot of teams to go. Wolves up next. Can they get some points on the board? Yes, they can. A fantastic push from the Wolves. Is it enough for the lead? No. 15.7. They are now up to the new second. Great showing from the Wolves. They need the points. Team Chagos would love to come back. Barely missed it last time. Would love to change it here, and that's a good look. Team Chagos going very far, and a 17 flat puts them in the lead. Team Chagos up to first, and finally beating the committee. Brightening it up with up next to finish the first half of teams, and that's another really good push. Fantastic showing here from the Brightening Napweed. How far is it? It's a 17.2, and they now take the lead ahead of Team Chagos and the Lime Axolotls. And we still have the second half to go as the Zooming Zebras get us underway for the second half, and that's another great push. How far did the Zooming Zebras go though? Let's see, it's a 17.7, and now they are in the lead. We're trading first, back and forth, everyone just taking the new lead, as now the Highballers up next into the course. Can they do the same? No, they cannot. Nothing too special here. The Highballers can't quite stack up to the rest of the team so far. 12.7, that's 8th right now. But still 6 teams to go as Gamma Rays ready to go into the course. And that's another great push. But how good is it? Can Gamma Rays get on the podium? No, they cannot. 16.8, just shy of the top 3. Not good enough. Up next, the Icicle Incredibles. What do they have? It's looking pretty decent. I do not believe it will be enough for a medal. No, it will not. 15.3, but it is still some solid points on the board. That's also important to get. Spices up next. We'll try to get even more. Barely missed the podium last time after a great showing. What can they do today? And it's a 15.9, and that is 6th. Great showing thus far from the Spices. They want to be back in the main league. Streaming Serpents up next. Can they get another medal? Maybe! Oh my goodness! Streaming Serpents flying forward. And that is a 17.4, just shy of first. But they will happily sit in second right now. They're very close to a back-to-back medal. As the Silver Bullets are up next. Can they get it? No, they cannot. They will not deny the Serpents from a back-to-back medal, which is already guaranteed, as they will only get a 12.4, which is enough for 13th. As we have the final team to go, Team Lemonade. Gold in the first event. Can they go back-to-back? No, but it is still a good amount of points added to their tally. It's not gonna be enough to take the lead. In fact, it's not even enough to hold on to the lead anymore with a 16.2, because on the podium, the winners, the Zooming Zebras, will take the gold today, ahead of Streaming Serpents and the Brightening Napweed. All of them will earn their well-earned points and will go up just a little bit higher in the standings. In fact, I believe the Streaming Serpents now take the lead. Laser Beams and Furious Fireworks desperate for points, and time is starting to run out. As we're ready for event number 3 or 4. Up next, the Halfpipe, finally making an appearance in the JBL Cup. Of course, 4 members from each team will go down into the course twice, and the times from both rounds will count. All 4 members' team times will count into this, so you want all to stay as long as you can. 2 teams will go at a time every time, so 8 marbles will be on the course, and of course the team with the longest time on the Halfpipe will win. First up, the committee run. As per usual, they will show us how it goes. All of them managing to stay in, the green one staying far longer than everyone else. Lapis will definitely win this one, as you can see here. And yeah, that is the new record, 29.5. Laser Beam and Streaming Serpents start us off, and the Streaming Serpents lose one of their members to the course. One of them falling off, that's actually 0 points. We haven't mentioned this yet, but if you fall, if you did not finish, that is 0 points, and that will heavily hurt your team. You can see the Streaming Serpents far less points than anyone else. But still, they can recover in the second one. If the second one will be good, they could still have some points on the board. But it doesn't look likely. They are falling very, very quickly. Yes, they did. As well as the laser beams. Laser beams did manage to last a little bit longer. No, they did not, actually. But at the total points, the laser beams were 48.19 and streaming serpents 41.37. How will this stack up with the rest? We have to wait and see. And everyone is staying in so far. Furious Fireworks and Team Lemonade, who are starting much, much better. Good start here for Team Lemonade. Can they keep it up for one more round? 27.06. That's a lot of time on the field. They can easily nab the lead here if they can just keep it together. Furious Fireworks and Team Lemonade for another round. But they both lose one at the top. Both teams losing one of their members. Team Lemonade trying to last just long enough to maybe take the lead anyway. But this is the thing. You might risk it a bit too much and then lose everything. You have to keep in mind to not go too far to the left, because then you can possibly fall off, and this cost Team Lemonade a potential lead. Unfortunate for them, there's still a lot of time to go, as the Valdivians and Zooming Zebras up next onto the course. Valdivians have to get some points on the board. They are looking very, very poor so far, but there's still a lot of time to recover. The first round definitely in favor of the Zooming Zebras, but Valdivians can still make a solid recovery. There's still a lot of time to go. Great showing so far from the Zooming Zebras. Consistency has been key for them. And the Valdivians are losing one of their members to the top. Valdivians losing another member. They are getting farther and farther away from returning for Season 3. It's looking worse and worse by the second. As the Zooming Zebras, can they take the lead with this? Did they do enough to take the lead? Yes, they did! 51-39, and they are up to first. Valdivians in fourth. But still a lot of time to go, as Silver Bullets and Maple Leaves up next. They're not even halfway done, as here they come. No one falling off, so that's a good thing. Everyone gets some points on the board for their team. It's looking a little better for the Silver Bullets, but nothing significant. Slightly 21, low 21 to a high 20. Both can still make something big here if their second run will be good. And down they come again. They all managed to stay on the track, but it's a bit shaky. Again, very close between them. They're very evenly matched. At the very least we can give him this, but the Silver Bullets will take it in the second round. And will they be on the top? Yes, they are up to second. Maple Leaves in fourth. Silver Bullets currently in the top three, alongside the Laser Beams and the Zooming Zebras. As up next, the Wolves and Brightening Knapweed get us underway. And down they come, and all of them falling very early. This will cost them. That is highly unfortunate, falling far too early. 21.31 and 21.34, very close in time, so a lot can still happen. A slight lead for the Wolves, but a lot still to play for here. As here they go again, no one falling off. Both sides trying to last as long as they can. And it's another close finish between the two teams. In fact, this time they lasted far longer than before. And you can see Brightening Knapweed will beat the Wolves in this heat. And that's good. Getting ever so closer to the next round. They are now up to third. Wolves sitting in fourth. As we're ready to roll on, Gamma Rays and the Highballers up next. All of them managing to stay on the course. Light blue and dark blue facing off. And it's pretty evenly matched. I believe there is a slight lead here for Gamma Rays. Yes, there is. But both teams with fantastic times. If they can do this again, they can definitely push for a lead. But they have to do this again if they want to do so. So far, nobody has been consistent enough in all two runs. And Gamma Rays losing one of their members. Highly unfortunate. This could cost them And probably will actually. They probably have done good enough without this fall to win this event. And the highballers with a 26-56, is it enough to take the lead? Let's see, yes it is! 52-37, highballers up to first. They will now take the lead, as only 4 teams are still yet to go. Spices and Lime Axolotls up next. Managed to keep everyone on the course. And it's solid enough from everyone. Lime Axolotls trying to send someone far, but unfortunately the momentum did not favor them. 23.55 and 23.52. Close between the two, but a slight lead for the Spices. As we go again now, and down they come. This looks like a very close finish between everyone. Oh my god, what a cluster of marbles rolling down. They did not manage to get air at all. Another just 0.01 the win here for the Spices. Scores are very close, but the Spices do manage to outdo them just barely. As we go to the final few teams, Team Chagos and the Icicle Incredibles. Down they come, all of them managing to stay on the course. Team Chagos having 2 very low, very high up on the course. This will be a ton of points here for Team Chagos. This will probably be, this could be a new record in fact. So good, this could actually be the record. Yes it does! With ease, 31-56 from Team Chagos. They don't even need much to win this, they just need a decent enough run and they will win this event. And here we go for the final run. Oh, but they're falling quickly. Team Chagos losing a lot of speed way too early. They may have lost their lead and may have lost a potential easy gold. 1967. A good score here, decent from the Icicle Incredibles, and yes we did. Team Chagos falling to 3rd. But it's still on the podium, as at the top, the highballers will take gold ahead of the Zooming Zebras and the aforementioned Team Chagos. A lot of points on the board for all of the Zooming Zebras who looked like in a good position from before, but now are absolutely flying and in fact are already safe to be in the next season. But the other 15 teams are still racing for 7 safe spaces, as Zooming Zebras already will be in Season 3. But who will be the 7 to join them? We have one more event to find that out. As we once again go to the final event of the qualifiers, the obstacle course. Just like in the Season 2, it works the same way. 8 will be in every single heat, where the first place in every single race will be moving on and last will be eliminated. We will keep going until 4 will remain, where the top 2 will move on to the finals and the bottom 2 are out. Once we have the 8 finalists, we will just keep going, where the final one to finish every time will be out. And we will go until only 2 will remain, racing for gold. Once more, the committee is showing us the course, fairly similar to how it looked in Season 2. And a fairly similar structure, as now we're ready for the final qualifier event. Down go the teams. Who will be the first team to make it to the finals? Everyone rolling down, trying to make a spot. I believe it may have been the Zooming Zebras who move on first. Let's see here. Only time will tell. You can see here in the replay all the teams battling it out together. It's a very close finish. Did someone just fall off on the side? I believe someone may have fallen off. But we have to wait for the replay. It will be the Lime Axolotls moving on actually. They managed to skip the final funnel. Great job from them. Brightening and Napweed are out barely behind the Valdivians. As now the remaining 6 teams will be going again. First will be moving on and last is out. Everyone racing down. There's a close race for the lead. Who will get it? It's unclear at the moment. It's also unclear for last. It's a very close finish. We might have to get an instant replay for this one. The bottom 2 very close together pretty much the whole way through. But who won? Who won the race? And I believe it was actually the Highballers, but who got last place between the Silver Bullets and Valdivians? Okay, Highballers move on and Valdivians just barely too slow. They are out. Silver Bullets still in. Highballers to the finals. And with Valdivians already bad in position, this is not a good look. Silver Bullets, Icicle Incredibles, Wolves and Zooming Zebras for the final heat. And the Icicle Incredibles flying forward. Actually, that was the Wolves. Icicle Incredibles also finish. And without too much of a problem, the Wolves and the Icicle Incredibles will move on to the finals. Silver Bullets and Zooming Zebras not really giving them much of a fight here. And they will be out. I mean, Zooming Zebras don't really need to fight. They've already guaranteed a spot in the next round. So it's a good thing for them. They are out. But now they can rest until Season 3. Silver Bullets still have to hope that the total tally will be enough. As we move on to the second group, 8 more marbles still have to roll down. Who will finish last here? And down they come into the course. 8 teams rolling down. I believe the Maple Leaves may have finished already. That's a good look. And the Spices may have finished last. Actually, I believe I've seen the Streaming... Actually, did the Streaming Serpents make it to the end? You could actually see them jumping off on the side. Keep an eye on them. Maple Leaves obviously will be moving on. But look at this. Did the Streaming Serpents actually... Oh! No, they did not actually cross the line. Wait a minute. Streaming Serpents didn't cross the finish line. And that means that they are eliminated. Because they never made it to the actual end and technically have fallen off, this is a non-finish. And the Streaming Serpents finish in last. Oh my goodness, okay. Alright then, Spices getting to live just a little bit longer, but where are they now? Another team I believe has fallen off. But now time will tell. Gamma Ray's last ones to the finish. But like I mentioned before, I believe one of the teams has fallen off. You can see here all the teams running down. I believe Team Lemonade well ahead of everyone else. They will be in the final 8. And was it the Spices that have fallen? Who has fallen off? Someone is out of the track. Yes, it is. Furious Fireworks falling off. And this also, with how badly they've been doing in the league, will probably cost them a spot in Season 3. Again, an unfortunate circumstance, but it is what it is. As the final 4 teams rolling down onto the course, who will be moving on? And... is that laser beams are flying forward? I believe so. Yes, it is. Yes, it is in fact. Laser beams well ahead of everyone else. I believe this will also guarantee them a spot, and Team Chagos doing just about well enough. They will also move on to the final 8. Spices and Gamma Rays are eliminated. Did Laser Beams keep it together? Yes, they did. The chance still alive for a spot in the main league. They're not doing well, but they're still around, so it's not over. It's now the final 8. Who will be out? Again, you just don't want to finish last. It's no longer about finishing first, it's about not losing. Is all the teams still around? Are they actually? Someone has already finished, and is it the Wolves that are last? Well, we have to see if nobody has fallen off the track at any point. And as you can see here, only 7 made it. Somebody is missing, in fact. I believe it to be Team Lemonade. Team Lemonade nowhere to be seen. Have they fallen off the track? Or did they just make it very quickly? No, they have fallen off. Team Lemonade are eliminated. And now only 7 will remain. 7 teams still rolling down. 25 points still on the board. You want to get as many as you can. And down they come again. Everyone onto the course. And at the moment it is the... who will be out? It's looking like it's gonna be the laser beams. who are out. Limax Lotels, fantastic final push. They're also struggling. They managed just about to pass the laser beams in the end. We have to wait and see that nobody has fallen off, of course. And I believe no one has. Everyone has kept it clean, relatively. A little bit of a push, and that is just enough for the Limax Lotels to stay around. Laser beams are eliminated. Final 6. Coming at you now. Skill Incredibles, by the way, have won this race, but still a lot of time to go. As we're ready to roll on down again. Who will move on this time? Or more accurately, who will be out in this race? And again, only 5 here. Somebody is missing once again. Is it actually going to be the Maple Leafs who are out, or did somebody just fall off? Or more accurately, did someone just finish very quickly? Yes, somebody just finished very quickly. It will be the Maple Leafs who are out. I believe. Just had a very quick finisher. Limax Lotels is barely surviving once again. Team Chagos well ahead of everyone else. And the Maple Leafs are out. 5 teams left. We still have a lot of things to compete for, of course. 11, 12, 15, 20 and 25 points on the board. Who will be out next? And the Hubelino are nowhere to be seen. Team Chagos pushed well behind. Icicle Incredibles will be moving on, and Team Chagos, alongside the as long as the Hubelino manage to stay on the course, are out. It's unclear yet. We will see here in the instant replay. You can see even the Wolves barely managed to stay in. A bit of a close call from quite a lot of teams. But who is eliminated? It's probably looking like Team Chagos. Yes, our Hubelino do manage to stay on the course. Team Chagos are eliminated. 5th place. Not quite what they were hoping for, but it might be enough to put them in the next season. As 4 teams are still left to go. And down they come again. Who will make it to the next round? And the Limax Lotels have fallen off. Never mind, this is a free round. All 3 teams here will be moving on. Limax Lotels off the track. And we have the final 3 for this event. Hubelino, Wolves and Icicle Incredibles will be moving on to the final 3. Icicle Incredibles using their usual strategy of just barely surviving, and so far it's paying off once again in the top 3. They understand how to do this course, clearly. Limax Lotels are out. As we go now to the final 3. Already guaranteed a medal in this event, but what type of medal will it be? As we're ready for the final time. Down they come. Actually, it's not the final time. There's still one more round after this. And all of them going down. Icicle Incredibles take the lead. Wolves behind them. Can they keep it together? Yes, they can. And that will be enough. Hubelino are out. Wolves and Icicle Incredibles, they will be racing in the finals. One final race. Who will get gold? Between the Icicle Incredibles and the Wolves. Hubelino will take the bronze today. This should be enough. We've been doing great in the standings. This should be enough to put them in the next round. But now we're ready. One final race for the qualifiers. Who will win gold? Wolves with the lead. Icicle Incredibles have to catch up. So far struggling to do so. Wolves, can they keep it together? Yes, they can. Wolves will keep it along. Will go all the way and will claim the gold medal in the obstacle course race. Icicle Incredibles, they will have to settle for a silver, but it's still a very good score. Should be enough actually to put them both in the next round, but only time will tell. As now, it's all about the calculation of points. Who are the 8 teams to move on? First of all, of course, the celebration on the podium. Wolves with the gold, Icicle Incredibles the silver, Hubelino the bronze. But now, who are the 8 teams to be moving on into the next season of the JBL Cup? And of course, who are the 3 that have finished on the podium? That's also a little bit of an ego boost, and just to show how good you did. Of course, doing well in the qualifiers doesn't mean you do well in the league, but it's a good ego boost and a good for your faith and belief that you can do well. As we are getting ready to show the ending. Who are the 8 teams moving on? On the podium at the end, Zooming Zebras will win, High Bowlers will finish second, and Team Lemonade in third. And who will be the teams to join them outside of these 3? The other 5 teams, as you can see, Wolves, Team Chagos, Icicle Incredibles, Silver Bullets, and the Streaming Serpents. We hope you all enjoyed. We hope you will cheer for the 16 teams in this. Next time we see you, it will be the 8 teams who were already auto-qualified racing in a short friendly. But until then, don't forget to keep on rolling.